Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday morning, and so this is midweek check-in. Okay, every morning in the month of June, we have been meeting here to focus a few minutes on one thing we are grateful for and one thing that we're looking forward to today. Okay, and you can feel free to put those things in the chat or just drop down and say good morning. Thanks for the motivation. All right, like I said, it's midweek check-in. So happy Wednesday. And I want to ask, how are we feeling today? How are we really feeling today? And how are we doing? Have you taken yourself seriously this week? Okay. I definitely have. Okay. And I want to kind of talk about what I've been doing lately is really focusing on what I've been eating. And to the point of I'm going back to really, really look at these labels. Like I had a point in time where I was looking at labels all the time, but then I must have fallen off or whatever. So for those of you that used to check labels and have fallen off, this one is for you. Okay. If you're a person who religiously checks labels, feel free to drop down in the comments and share some tips on what you look for, um, as far as what you want to avoid, when you're looking at labels. Feel free to put that in the comments below. Okay. But today I want to talk about how sugar is in freaking everything. Okay. Even if you think, oh, I'm not a sweets person, I don't eat desserts or whatever. Well, my friend, you still probably are addicted to sugar, just in a different way. Okay. Yesterday, me and my son went to the store, and so we've changed our eating habits a lot. And there's certain things that we used to eat like years ago and that we don't eat now. And we were like walking around the store, looking at labels of stuff that we used to eat, like just blowing our own minds, like, oh my God, we used to eat this all the time and da 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 da, right? So that was kind of that was kind of interesting. But when you think about like I said, when you think about a sugar addiction, you think cakes, pies, and cookies and stuff, right? But the reality is sugar is hiding in so many other foods that we eat daily almost. Like if you have people, or if you're a person that eats cereal, right? I have a person that eats cereal here, but he's kind of whittled it down to just being a raisin bran person because of all the extra added stuff in cereal. But even that's probably not as good as it could be. But again, it boils down to sugar. If you're a bread person, sugar. All right, sauces, sugar. Okay. And then some of the stuff that you think is healthy is loaded with sugar. Me and my sister were talking about, we like these dry apricots. Dried fruit is very high in sugar, right? Um, but why is this important? Okay, this is important because most of the illnesses that we suffer with boil down to too much sugar. Okay, it can affect our weight. It can cause type 2 diabetes. It could cause liver disease, inflammation in different parts of your body. It could also cause mental issues. Okay, so if you aren't already checking labels, you need to start. And if you are already checking labels, good for you. Okay, because just being aware helps you make better decisions. Like yesterday, for instance, right? Now, I used to be a big cake and pie person, right? Give me some bread, some cakes. I love that. I love that kind of stuff. But obviously I can't eat the same way as I used to eat. But we walking around the store, and it seems like I always get hooked up on stuff that I do not need. Okay. Um, I was walking around the store and I saw some croissant bread. Now, I was like, who did this? Who put this out here? And the Joan had the nerve to be like, buy one, get one free. And I was like, I will not. I will not. I will not do it. I had to literally talk myself out of just trying it because I was like, oh, I never had that before. Let me just try it. But the sugar was crazy in it. Okay. So anyway, once the fact that I was just aware of, dang, look at how much sugar that's going to turn into. Look at this, look at that. I could not consciously bring myself to be like, okay, let's go ahead and get the buy one, get one free. Right? No, we couldn't do that. So I'm just going to get into how to look at the label real quick. For those that aren't really into it yet, you want to definitely start out by checking out the ingredients. All right. If it's a whole bunch of stuff on there that you can't pronounce, then obviously you want to go ahead and like do further research or probably not get that product. Because good food should only have the necessary ingredients, the necessary ingredients, and that's it, right? So anyway, check out the sugar totals, right? You want to check out the total sugar and added sugar. Now, also keep in mind that 4 grams of sugar is considered 1 tablespoon. Okay, so when you're looking at these teas or these drinks or whatever, and they got like 35 grams of sugar or whatever for one serving, like just understand that 4 grams is supposed to be 1 teaspoon. Okay, so check the serving size. Like, I think the daily recommended, it depends on your age and how many calories you're taking in, but let's just say you were taking in 2,000 calories a day. For women, it's recommended that we only have 25 grams of sugar per day, right? Which equals out to be 6 tablespoons. For men, theirs is 36, which equals out to be 9. Now, it really like matters how much you're eating, because you're only supposed to have 10% be from sugar if you have the sugar. I feel like, we need to be looking at all the labels, because um you can get this, you can reach your daily intake with just one of these drinks. Okay, so a few tips would be to read the labels, read the ingredients, pay attention to the sugar, and then do your research from there. You know what I'm saying? Limit soft drinks, fruit juices, and highly processed foods. Okay, try to cut back on those things. But the thing is, the things are made with all these things to be addictive, so that you have a hard time you know stopping it. So, but the best thing is, once you stop it, then that's how you take care of your sugar cravings. Okay, so check the ingredient list and that label. Choose healthier options like foods with natural sugars. Okay. But yeah, I just wanted to go over that real quick, because like I said, we spent about an hour in the store yesterday just off of we went in there to get a couple of things, but then we just kind of got sidetracked by like, oh well, let's look and see how much sugar is in this, how much sugar is in this, and it was just crazy. Try it the next time you go into the store if you don't already do it. I don't know, it was just interesting to me. But um that's not what that's not the only thing I came to talk about. I definitely want to make sure that we get that time in for our one thing that we're grateful for and one thing that we're looking forward to today. And I hope this video has helped somebody or inspired somebody to, transform a habit. Okay. I am going to be talking about gut health this week on the podcast Self Care Revolution. If you're not already following, make sure you find me on Apple and Spotify. Okay, because we're going to be getting into that, and then eventually we will get into sugars, and I will give you some things that you're supposed to be staying away from and trying to avoid at all costs. Okay. That's all I have for you guys today. You are the shit, okay? You look good. You smell good. Now go out there and do what you said you would. I'm your girl, Demita, and I'll see you guys in the next video.